Welcome back, guys, to another tutorial video in Godot, where today I'm going to show you how to create objects using script. So let's get into it. First, you want to create a 2D scene. Then once you do that, you want to create a sprite 2D. Yes. We're going to now save this scene. We're going to save it as objects. And this is basically where we're going to store all our objects. Yes. In this one scene, we'll just have a bunch of objects. So I'm going to create the icon object. Yes, and I'm going to call this Godot icon. Now that I've called it that, we want to do something called instantiating it. So we're going to save branch as scene. And once we do that, you can save it here, but I recommend you create a new folder and call this objects. This is where we're going to store our objects in the files so that we can use it later on. So now let's just say you wanted to go to another scene. So new scene. We're going to call this scene level. And let's just say you have a level here where you want to create a new sprite. Yes. But you want to do it with code. So I'm going to create a node, a blank node, just to store our code. And this is where we're going to store code to basically create an object in the scene at the start. So we're going to call this Godot icon creator. Basically, this is going to create it whenever the game starts. So we're going to go ahead and put a script in here. Okay, so this is the code to basically do it. We're going to export. We're going to use something called export. And we're going to create a variable called icon. And then we're going to put a packed scene here inside of this variable. So we're going to export a packed scene into a variable that we're calling icon. So if we go right here, we click on the Godot icon creator, you can see the icon appears right here. And this is where we're basically going to store it. So we can store any object here, but as you see, we can go into our object folder and click Godot icon. And then you have your Godot icon stored into this variable called icon. So now we can use it later on. We're going to go ahead and create our classic ready function. And then we're going to go ahead and put pass just to stop it from going red. Next, we need to basically create the object. So we're going to create a variable. We're going to call this icon create, actually new icon. We're going to call this new icon. And then we're going to use something called instantiate. Now this will basically create the variable and move it into the scene. Now we need to make it appear on the screen of the scene, if that makes sense. To do that, we need to do two things. We need first define where this new icon will be using position. So where will it spawn in? We're going to make it spawn in near the middle of the screen. And then we need to put it into our tree over here. So new icon dot, oh wait, no, it's called add underscore child. And then we're going to put new icon in here. So now whenever we start the game up, we will see our Godot icon has spawned in the middle of the screen. Yay!